wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, Miss. We from class 11-4, and today we gonna present it about storytelling bawang merah bawang putih from Riau. But before that, let's introduce ourselves.
My name is Fazil Mandani, absent H.
My name is Nyari Sandramurti, absent 22.
My name is Savannah Hilsarman, absent 29.
And my name is Sultan Dudurmala, absent 32.
Let's
Enjoy,
Miss.
Miss.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
A long time ago, in a nice quiet village, there lived a wealthy merchant. He lived together with his doctor, who was named Bawang Putih. This merchant wife had long since passed away. The merchant was very fond of his daughter because she was obedient and kind-hearted. One day, as he came home from traveling, he brought a woman and her daughter along with him. He went to marry this woman. So Bawang Putih now had a stepmother and a stepsister who is named Bawang Merah. When her father went to trade, her stepmother and Bawang Merah would treat Bawang Putih like a servant. Bawang Putih did all the work that was ordered by her stepmother. She cleaned the house, cooked, washed clothes, and everything at home. When Bawang Putih work went wrong, her stepmother would punish her by not feeding her. Every morning, her stepmother and Bawang Merah took turns shouting, "Hey Bawang Putih, wash my clothes!" Not yet finished washing clothes, Bawang Putih would then be called by her stepmother. "Bawang Putih, prepare breakfast now. We are hungry." "Okay, Mom." Because Bawang Putih worked so hard and was punished so harshly, her body became thinner. One day, Bawang Putih's father returned home and fell ill. Her father was very ill, and Bawang Putih was very sad because of it. She never left her father alone. However, God dedicated differently. Bawang Putih's father died. "Father, don't leave Bawang Putih." While Bawang Putih wept and cried, her stepmother and Bawang Merah were excited because the property and house of Bawang Putih now belonged to them. "Look, Bawang Merah, he finally died." "Yes, Mom, we will be rich." Bawang Putih lived with miserable after her father died. She no longer had her father to love and comfort her. Her stepmother and Bawang Merah further tortured her. Bawang Putih tried to be painted, but sometimes she would cry at night. "Lord, please help me. Why are they always evil to me?"
One day, Bawang Putih went to the river to wash clothes. She was sleepy and hungry. Her body was weak. While washing, Bawang Putih didn't realize that her stepmother's favorite scarf had washed away. When she put all the clothes into the basket, she was surprised to find her stepmother's scarf was not there. "Mother's favorite scarf is gone. Oh no, it's drifting down to the river. What should I do? I daren't go home. Mother will scold me." Finally, Bawang Putih decided to go back down to the river to look for her stepmother's scarf. In the middle of the road, she met a farmer who was washing his cow. "Uncle, did you see a red scarf floating down to the river?" The farmer nodded and replied, "Red scarf? The scarf was taken by an old grandmother who was washing by her the river. The old grandmother house is on the mountain." Bawang Putih immediately headed up the mountain. There she found the house and knocked on the door. "Excuse me, Grandma, did you find my mother's scarf?" The old grandmother came out of the house and greeted Bawang Putih. "Hi there, let's go in. What's your name?" "My name is Bawang Putih, Grandma." The old grandmother would give a red scarf with one condition. Bawang Putih must help her first. Bawang Putih agreed. All day she helped the old grandmother cook, look for firewood, clean the house, and wash clothes. For Bawang Putih, all this work was easy because she was used to doing it. Finally, it was time to Bawang Putih leave her home. The grandma gave her the red scarf. "Bawang Putih, this is red scarf are you looking for?" Oh, I want to give you a gift. A pumpkin for you. Because you helped me. Bawang Putih, choose the which one you like. On the table there were wood and small Dutch pumpkin. Bawang Putih chose a small pumpkin because she also had to carry a basket full of the clothes home. I choose the small one, Grandma. Okay, take the pumpkin, but remember, you can open the pumpkin until you get home. Understand? Well, Grandma, I will do anything you say. Arriving at home, Bawang Putih was scolded by her mother and Bawang Putih. Where have you been, Bawang Putih? How dare you go out without my permission? Forgive me, mother. I was stuck. Enough, Bawang Putih. We don't need your excuse. They continued to beat her. Then they saw the pumpkin broke by Bawang Putih. Cut the pumpkin and cook it. We are starving because of you. Bawang Putih took the knife and spelled the pumpkin. What a surprise! The pumpkin was full of sparkling and expensive jewelry. Huh? But you get it, the pumpkin. Bawang Putih then told them everything. Oh, Bawang Putih, you should have been a large pumpkin. It will have a more jewelry. Hearing the words, Bawang Merah and her stepmother finally got the good idea. Looks like I have a good idea.
The next day, the stepmother and Bawang Merah went to the river. They deliberately washed away the red scarf. Then secretly they followed the veil as it was washed away. Sure enough, the red scarf was picked up by the old grandmother. The stepmother and Bawang Merah followed the old grandmother, who went up the mountain. As they walked, Bawang Merah complained about how far it was. I'm tired. Let's just go home. Bawang Merah, be patient. Soon we will get even more jewelry than Bawang Putih. But I'm tired, Mom. I said be patient. Arriving at the old grandmother's house, the stepmother and Bawang Merah knocked on the door. Tock, tock, tock. The old grandmother welcomed them warmly. Then the stepmother and Bawang Merah pretended to be sad and asked about the red scarf. Dear grandmother, did you find my mother's red scarf? Oh yes. It just happened that grandma found it on the river. Just like Bawang Putih, the new grandmother will give them the shawl if they help her. The only way to get the pumpkin was the work to help the old grandma, but they still couldn't stop complaining. I'm so tired. If it weren't for the pumpkins, I wouldn't do this. Yes, I'm so tired. There will be ever more jewelry inside the pumpkin. Ha ha ha.
Finally, Bawang Merah and the stepmother finished their work at the old grandmother's house and said goodbye. The old grandmother gave the salt to Bawang Merah and her mother. On the table, there are two pumpkins, one large and one small. Choose one pumpkin as a gift from me. And of course, the stepmother and Bawang Merah choose the large pumpkin. Of course, I choose the big and grandma. Yeah, choose the big one. Remember, don't open the pumpkin before you get home. Yes, grandma. That's for sure. We will go first, grandma. Bongmera and her mother do not obey the advice of the grandmother. One the way the stepmother split the big pumpkin. They were impatient to get their hand on jewelry inside. Mom, let's just open pumpkins now. The old grandmother, we will not now. Yeah, yeah, let's open. I'm also curious who we were. They, they were in for quite a surprise because inside the pumpkin were venomous animals such as snake, spider, and centipedes. There were but bitten by a snake. Oh, what is this? Where is jewelry? Why did it have these animals inside? Eh, ow, it's hurt. Oh, ouch, mom, ouch. Oh, what? What should we do, mom? I also got bitten because they are still in the middle of the forest. No one come to help them. The stepmother and Baumera did from the snake bit. There were Their greed brought them to disaster. Meanwhile, Bawang Merah lives happily ever after. The jewelry given by the old grandmother making her rich. She continued her father's business and enjoyed the fruit of her obedience on kings.
Okay, this is the end from group Bawang Putih and Bawang Merah from Riau. Thank you, Miss, for listening us. More or less sorry. Assalamualaikum
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.